Greetings fellow ukuleleans, Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new tutorial. I'd like to focus on strumming today. The holiday season is coming up and I know a lot of you are starting to learn Christmas tunes and Hanukkah tunes and getting ready for Christmas concerts and parties and whatnot. So we're not going to learn a specific Christmas tune today or a specific Hanukkah tune, but I'd just like to talk about an overall technique, and that is strumming not in the usual way, not just strumming say down and up and keeping it real simple, which is okay if you're an absolute beginner, but if you're beyond beginner and you're starting to look for other ways to strum, that's what we're talking about today. So that was a song, Holly Jolly Christmas, that I was just playing. Very easy. It was just a G chord and a D7 chord, so we don't even have to talk about the song and the chords. There's not much to talk about there. But super important to know that there's other ways to strum this. You don't have to just go down, 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 which is perfectly okay if you're just starting out. You don't have to just go down, up, which is solid. That would be a very nice strum to do. Nothing wrong with that. Another alternative would be to mix those. Do a down and then a down, up. That actually has a little more rhythm to it, so that's really good. That's a good choice. It's solid, especially if you really nail the backbeat, if you hit the 2 and the 4 a little harder. So that's approaching, more musical and more interesting. But let's go even further. One thing I did a lot in that intro when I played Holly Jolly Christmas was I did the chuck technique. I put the chuck on 2 and 4, which really accents that backbeat quite a bit. So I'll do it and then I'll explain it. So that, the chuck. I've explained this in several tutorials in the past. It's just a perennial subject that comes up with ukulele. So just in case you don't know, let's check out how to do a chuck. A chuck is a percussive strum where you do hit your strings, but you do not allow them to ring. You're actually deadening them. You're stopping them from ringing. You go to hit them with your, in this case I'm using my right hand's index finger. You could use your thumb too, it doesn't matter. And as you're about to hit the strings, the palm of your right hand comes and mutes those strings. This big fleshy muscle part right there under your thumb, the ball of your thumb, if you will. That part of the palm of your hand touches the strings and stops them. Some people use more their thumb to do this. Other people might use closer to the wrist. There's a couple of variations, but I tend to use that right there. That's the surface that I'm touching the strings with. So I hit them with my left hand, index finger, but the minute I do, they don't have a chance to ring because I'm stopping them. And that makes a percussive, almost like a drum kind of sound. Now some people go further. Sometimes I'll even hit the top of my ukulele too with my fingernail. That gives it extra percussion. Or some people kind of slap like that. That's okay too. But in this case, I'm really not trying to do all of that. I'm just trying to do that percussive chuck sound. And then if you want to take it further, you can add the hitting of the ukulele to make it even more accented. So chuck, that's one of the strumming techniques I did to make Holly Jolly Christmas more interesting. Gives it more of an island feel. It almost sounds more Hawaiian. So that adds a little bit of excitement to it. Another thing I did was I sometimes slide into my chords. I'll take that G chord and go kind of Hawaiian sounding. It resembles the pedal steel guitar, that kind of sound, or a lap steel. So what's going on there is I take my G chord, which normally is 0, 2, 3, 2. I omit the G string. I actually don't play the G string. I miss it. And instead, I play the C, E, and A strings. And I play my G chord 1 fret too low on purpose. I'm playing it at 1, 3, 1, omitting the G string. That's a G flat chord. So I slide the entire G flat chord up into a G chord. And that gives you this. I'll combine that with the chucks. Then I do that to a D7 too, maybe. In this case, I'm doing a D7 as a 2-2-2-3 chord, a bar, and I slide into it from D flat 7, 1 1 1 2. So 1 1 1 2 into 2 2 2 3, like that. Here's another thing I'm doing. I have a third thing going on here. Besides chucks and besides slides, I'm accenting sometimes the upbeats. I'm giving it a shuffle feel, what I call the New Orleans shuffle, like Fats Domino. So, see that? I'm hitting the up strums pretty loud so that that's practically all you hear. And that's the and of the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So I'm taking this song and I'm adding chucks, I'm adding slides, and I'm adding accented up strums, a shuffle feel, and this gives you all kinds of things. This goes beyond 1 2 3 4 1, which, like I said, is solid and perfectly okay. No shame in this at all. It's just after a while you're going to get a little bored with that. You're going to look for something more. There's nothing wrong with doing down and up, as I said earlier. That's real solid. It's perfectly good. Down, down, up. It's even better. Very versatile Christmas strum. Down, down, up. You can use that in hundreds of Christmas and Hanukkah songs. But add chucks, add slides, and add those upbeats and the shuffle feel. And you're going to get songs like Holly Jolly Christmas, which actually don't have that many chords in them. And you're going to make them way more interesting. You won't be bored playing these songs. You'll get into it a lot more. All right, ukulele people, hope that helped you with your holiday music, and we'll be doing some more of these as we get closer to the holidays. But be sure to subscribe, be sure to click like, be sure to click the notify bell, and then I will make available to you a little sheet that will be on Patreon. I'll link to it below, that has some of these strum ideas written out. All right, ukulele people, you take care. Bye-bye.